Detroit Lions are on the brink of something great under the leadership of coach Dan Campbell. The team has transformed from a struggling franchise into a legitimate title contender. Last season's appearance in the NFC Championship game was a testament to the team's progress, but there is still work to be done, especially on defense. Despite improvements, the Lions' defense ranked 23rd in points allowed and 19th in yards allowed in 2023. To truly compete for a Super Bowl, the Lions need a game-changer on defense. That's where Micah Parsons comes into play. If you, like me, are excited about the future of the Lions and want to closely follow every move this team makes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your subscription is crucial for us to continue bringing you analysis, news, and discussions about the team. Micah Parsons is not just a star. He's a transformative talent who could elevate the Lions' defense to an elite level. In 3 seasons, Parsons has established himself as one of the most dominant pass rushers in the NFL, with 45 sacks, 282 pressures, 7 forced fumbles, and even a pass deflection. His versatility allows him to play in various positions on defense, making him a nightmare for offensive coordinators. Adding a player of Parsons' caliber would be a game-changer for the Lions, immediately boosting a defense that has shown potential but still lacks consistency. Just imagine, Parsons alongside Aiden Hutchinson would create one of the most feared pass rush duos in the NFL, capable of terrorizing quarterbacks and forcing mistakes from opposing offenses. This frontline pressure would also ease the burden on the Lions' young secondary, giving them more time to develop and improve. The Lions have already made significant strides in free agency, including the addition of DJ Reader to bolster the defensive line, but to take the next step, they need a true difference-maker like Parsons. Parsons' impact goes beyond on-field production. He embodies the toughness and determination that Campbell has brought to the Lions, making him an ideal fit for the team. His presence would not only improve the defense but also inspire his teammates to raise their level of play. For a team like the Lions, who are on the verge of something special, adding a player like Parsons could be the final piece of the puzzle. Acquiring Micah Parsons won't be easy, but it's a move the Lions should seriously consider. The Dallas Cowboys, who are facing financial difficulties after signing CD Lamb to a 4-year, $136 million deal, might be open to trading Parsons in exchange for valuable draft capital and some players. A trade package could resemble the Khalil Mack trade between the Chicago Bears and the Las Vegas Raiders, where Mack was traded for 2 first-round picks, a 6th-rounder, and a 3rd-rounder. For the Lions, this could mean giving up high draft picks and possibly a player like David Montgomery or an offensive lineman. While it's a significant investment, the return could be worth it. With Parsons on the roster, the Lions would not only improve their defense but also position themselves as a true Super Bowl contender. The Lions have already made impressive progress under Dan Campbell, but adding Micah Parsons could be the move that takes them to the top. His ability to generate quarterback pressure would elevate the Lions' defense to a new level, helping them compete with the best teams in the NFC. The decision to invest in a player like Micah Parsons is one of the most complex the Lions could face. On one hand, there is the tempting prospect of adding a generational talent to the defense, someone who can instantly transform the team's performance. On the other hand, there is the inherent risk of compromising valuable resources that could be used to build a deeper and more balanced roster. It's a choice that could define the future of the Lions, both in the short and long term. Given Dan Campbell's philosophy and the culture he has established in Detroit, Parsons seems like the type of player who would fit perfectly. He brings a rare combination of athletic ability, game intelligence, and work ethic that reflects the values Campbell has instilled in the team. Parsons' impact wouldn't just be in making game-changing plays, but also in how he could influence and elevate the level of the players around him. This is crucial for a team emerging from a rebuilding period and now looking to solidify its position among the league's best. However, the big question remains, should the Lions risk so much for one player, even one as talented as Parsons? The answer may depend on how Detroit's management views the team's current moment. If they believe the window of opportunity to win a Super Bowl is open now, acquiring Parsons could be seen as the necessary move to capitalize on this moment. However, if the vision is long-term, it might be wiser to continue building the roster patiently, using the draft and free agency to strengthen all areas of the team. The debate among Lions fans will certainly revolve around these questions. Some will argue that a player like Parsons is rare and worth any price, especially if it means elevating the Lions to Super Bowl favorite status. Others may advocate for a more cautious approach, warning that sustainable success in the NFL is usually built on a solid foundation, with a balanced and well-rounded roster. And you, Lions fan, where do you stand? Do you believe that Micah Parsons is the key to unlocking the Lions' maximum potential? Or do you prefer to see the team continue its path of development without sacrificing important pieces in the process? Every opinion counts in this conversation that could define the Lions' future in the coming years. Whichever side you take, one thing is certain. The Lions' next steps will be crucial in determining whether the team finally achieves the greatness that fans have longed for. Share your thoughts, join the debate, and keep following our content for more analysis and updates on the fate of this team that promises so much. As a Lions fan, it's impossible not to get excited about the idea of adding a talent of Micah Parsons' caliber to the defense. He is exactly the type of player who can change the course of a franchise, someone who brings not only skill, but also a winning mentality that fits perfectly with the culture that Dan Campbell is building in Detroit. However, as a fan, I also understand that the NFL is a game of balance. Sacrificing draft picks and possibly a key player can be a high price to pay. We are finally seeing the fruits of hard work, with the team evolving in a consistent and sustainable manner. Giving up future resources could bring immediate success, but there is also the risk of compromising our ability to build a strong and deep roster in the long run. That said, my opinion is that if there is a realistic and viable opportunity to bring in Parsons without compromising the future of the franchise, it would be a move worth making. He and Hutchinson could form a pass rush duo that would change the dynamics of any game, giving the Lions a chance not just to compete but to dominate. But if the price is too high, I prefer the team to continue developing the talent we already have and using the draft and free agency wisely. What Campbell and management are doing in Detroit is special, and it's crucial not to lose focus on building a solid foundation. In the end, I trust that any decision will be made with the goal of taking the Lions to the top, whether now or in the coming years. As a fan, I will support the team and believe that we are on the right path to something great. Let's go, Lions!